Hello and welcome to Studying with Chris, where I try my best to explain topics to help both you and me understand concepts. Today I'll be going over analyzing the discriminant. So, what is a discriminant? Well, in the last video we learned how to derive the quadratic formula, as seen here. So, the discriminant is actually a really small part within the quadratic formula, which is this radical right here. So, the discriminant is simply b squared minus 4ac. So this is our discriminant. Now the discriminant can actually tell us quite a few things um, about the solutions within a quadratic formula. So, or sorry, a quadratic equation. So um, let's think back to at the beginning when we were talking about factoring quadratic equations. So when we're talking about zeros, what we mean is how many times the quadratic equation passes through the x-axis. So, for instance, if we have a quadratic equation that looks like this, when x equals to 0, we have points here and here. So these are known as our solutions. So how does the discriminant compare to this? Well, the discriminant is within a radical, so a square root. So the answers about that can tell us a lot about what kind of answers we'll have. So, for instance, let's look at the quadratic formula right now. So we have negative b plus or minus root, I'll put root a for now over 2a. Actually, that might be a bit confusing. I'll do root y over 2a. Now y is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Now, right now, if y was equal to 0, what would our answer be? Our answer would simply just be negative b over 2a. So if y was equal to 0, root of 0 is just 0. So then if y was equal to 0, we would have negative b over 2a. So we only have one solution. Now, if y is equal to any positive number, so any positive integer or any positive number or any positive value. So if y is greater than 0, what would our answer be? Well, it'd just simply be whatever this is. So we'd have negative b plus or minus root y over 2a. And as you can see, we have a plus or minus, which means we have two possible solutions. Now, if y was a negative number, what would our answer be? In this case, our answer would be not real, so we'd have no real solutions. Again, we could go into what the actual solution is with complex numbers, but for the case of right now, our answer we'd have no solutions, no real solutions, since we have a negative number inside a square root and we would only have imaginary solutions, so we would have no solutions. Alright, so this is a word problem to show what you might need to do when analyzing the discriminant. So in this diagram, we have a person kicking a very poorly drawn soccer ball, but it travels in the motion of a parabola that is mimicked through this equation. Now, with h representing height and t representing time taken, does the ball ever reach a height of 11 meters? Now we need to solve this and answer this question without solving, so actually finding the answer. So how would we do that? Well, using discriminants, we can just see if there are any solutions for this. So if there's a solution, it means that there is a viable answer. If there's no solution, then there's no viable answer. So in this case, let's first rearrange our equation. So it is in general form, so 4.9 t squared plus 12t plus 3 equals to, I'm going to say a height of 11 meters, so 11. Now I'm going to rearrange this equation to negative 4.9 t squared plus 12t, and then 3 minus 11 equals to 0. Now with this equation, we can input it into our discriminant to see if we get a viable answer. So in this case here, we have our A term, our B term, and our C term. So we can say B squared, so 144, minus 4, negative 4.9, C, negative 8. Now this equals to negative 12.8. Now since our answer is negative, it means we have a negative inside of our square root, which we can't have. So we can say that under this circumstance, no, there are no real solutions, so therefore the ball will not reach a height of 11 meters. Awesome. There you go. So that's really it. There's actually not too much to it, but with regarding theory questions, the discriminant can be a faster way to see if you even need to solve it at all. So in this case, the ball will not reach a height of 11 meters because when we use the discriminant, we find out that there's an imaginary number in it. That's really all for me today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you for studying with me.